So I have a replay here for you guys, and I didn't do a live commentary, which I'm kind of sad that I didn't because it was a really good game. This is Grandmaster, Challenger Grandmaster. I think it's mainly Grandmaster actually, and it was a really good game uh, where I was up against a matchup that more or less countered me, and uh, and I played it really well. Um, so I want to show you guys how I play this champ in like high elo as well, and I'm going to record some live game commentary as well for Grandmaster and beyond. So level one, I guess I just stand here. Now looking at the game, I'm against one of my hardest matchups, so I gotta be really careful in this matchup here. I'm standing here because I want a ward in here and I don't want them to invade me. Uh, so this is the best place to scout. They have a Maokai jungle with Dark Harvest, and I looked this guy up, and he seems to play it quite a bit, and it's not like he's not trolling. It actually looks like it's working for him. Um, but we have, I would say we have the better team in terms of lane matchups, right? Except mid lane. So what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and do my best to not get behind, and then I'm gonna try and see if I can go bot lane, because if Yasuo gets ahead, there's not much they can do on the enemy team. They can't really stop him. So here, I place the ward, and I do it a little late because I don't want him to stand here and wait for me. Uh, and so we play the lane here. And here, I just try to pull him up there and not get harassed too much, right? I'm just farming with my Q as much as possible. So you can see he's taking some minion damage as well. Um, so here I kind of bite the bullet, so to speak. He's looking for the electrocute proc here. So he plays very aggressively. And again, I'm just gonna play around my shield this game, because the more times I can have my shield up and block some of his damage here, right? And I try to use W to block some of the damage, but I'm a little too late. I know I'm not gonna use it for anything regardless for a while. And I'm just sitting around here, just taking it real careful. So this minion I don't go for because my shield is almost up. So I would rather leave one minion so I can get some more HP, right? So I block this Q. So here I want this cannon first before I commit to anything. And it's an easy flash, right? Now it's pushing towards him, and I really don't like that. But at this point I saw Maokai on my ward here. I saw he had like, I think it was 12 CS, so I knew it cleared the entire top side. So I can pretty confidently push here when Elise is here, and as you can see, he was here after all, right? And I pushed the wave, which means that I can go down here and hover, but it looks like he's dead, so I just turn around. Right, and I don't really lose anything. Again, it's kind of dangerous here. I want the wave to crash, but it's hard because I don't want to take too much damage. So right now I'm just chilling. I don't mind giving up a few CS here, so I don't lose that much HP. So here, he wants to pull the wave out. That's what he's doing. So let's look at the scoreboard real quick. Yeah, so he's up almost a wave, right? Like 4 minions up, and that's not too bad, honestly. So I just try and clear here. At this point, I noticed that he's low mana, right? And he's gonna do this because he doesn't want me to back here. So I'm just waiting a bit. And I'm just chilling, placing down the ward because I'm scared I get ganked here. The worst scenario for me here would be to get ganked, so that He can freeze this wave and recall. So I do this here. And again, he's just tanking the wave. He plays down a ward here. Now I'm considering recalling, but it's not worth it here. There's no way that I can recall here and not lose a ton of minions. So I decide to go back. I am hovering the top side of the lane here. And I'm just pushing. Right? And at this point, he doesn't really have the mana. And here, I notice that he's too close to me. Let's just watch that again real quick. Because he's not respecting me here. He doesn't have any mana. So what I do is here, once he walks up to me here, I just charge it. I know he doesn't have flash, right? And I kill him. This is disastrous for him, right? Because we're even in CS, and he loses a lot of XP here. So I now have an XP advantage, and I'm even in CS. And this wave is going to slowly push to me, right? I recall immediately, so I get my items here. And I opt for the Merc Threats, mainly because I don't want to get CC'd by this guy. And it's just a really good buy versus Victor or generally AP bullies. Because it does provide some kind of magic resist. So you can see he comes back to lane here, and the cannon is not dead yet. It's going to die, but I have a big wave here that I'm getting. Pretty much no effort. So here, I don't really care about his res anymore. As you can see, doesn't matter. So all I do is just push, and now I walk out and I look for opportunities to roam or play some vision, remove some vision. I don't have any pink wards, so I can only remove vision. Once I'm done with that, I go back into mid lane. It's really important that you do this, right? You go back into mid lane so that you don't lose waves. Once you kill the wave, you run back into river. Now I like water walking for this purpose. As you can see, I'm really fast out here. And I'm looking for this bot roam here. I see they're overextended, and because I push the wave, I can do this. Right? And what do I do here? Do I push this wave? No, I run back to mid lane immediately. Because I can see in here that he's pushed it, but it's a cannon wave, right? So it's not gonna die. That's really good for me. So he is ahead of me in CS now, but it doesn't really matter. Because I didn't lose that much. I'm about a wave down. And that's not a problem, because I got a lot from that roam. Push the wave. Get out of his vision range and just recall. And this is important, right? When you roam, you don't want to lose more than one wave. If you lose more than one wave on a roam, you better get a double kill. And even then, you lose so much XP that a lot of the times, if you are staying bot for too long, it's not worth it. So here, after I push the wave, I see that he's in trouble here. And I go clean it up for him. Again, just after I pushed the wave, I walked down here, and I saw he was in trouble, and I ulted him. Now, Elise does pick up the wave for me, which is nice. Means we don't lose this gold. And I lose about one wave from that. And he's just starting to get away from me in terms of CS. But again, it's not a problem, because I knew I was going to get something from it, right? One wave is fine. So I get back in here. I want to push this. I just want to crash it, that's really the idea. So I run up here, decide to recall. Now he's back here, he doesn't lose anything because he pushed the wave and recalled. So I stay here actually, because I know I can't back on this wave. If I backed here, it would just crash on the tower, and I would lose another wave, because Victor pushes so fast. So I have to stay here. The best place to back is on a cannon wave, because he can't push it fast enough. And it's not going to die fast enough, the cannon, under your tower. But since there's no cannon wave, I'm not backing. Now at this point I'm sitting on almost 2,000 gold. So I push the wave and I go out here and look for a roam. Now it's not a cannon wave, and I think this is... Yeah, I do this for the wave primarily. So I'm pinging Janna here that I want the wave, I don't want to do all kinds of weird stuff. Right, and he actually backed here or roamed, which means that he didn't crash it. So I find this guy here, and I know I can't kill him, but I'm just damaging him, and I want to go into mid lane and get this wave here. I don't want to go after him, because I know we can't catch him. So that's what I do here. I just go in here, grab all the XP, get this next wave here. At this point, our team is very far ahead, right? It's pretty apparent that these strong lanes are working, right? So I back here. Yeah, and I decide not to because it's not a cannon wave. Right, most of the time you want to push something like this and get out of there, right? Now this is not a cannon wave, but I pushed it so fast that I'm probably gonna make it. Now how much gold do I have? I don't have proto belt yet, so I decide to go for Magi's this game. I'm fairly confident that we're gonna win. Now bot lane starts dying a little bit, and they would have died down there as well if I hadn't ulted. So I'm definitely keeping these guys in mind. So we just... Yeah, and I have enough damage to one-shot the back wave, so I'll run down here. Look for wards, anything of importance. Place my pink ward. And then I go up here and look for... another wave here. As you can see, they're on dragon here, right? But I'm not joining up. There's no reason for me to be there, right? If Maokai flash mites it, I'm not gonna stop that, right? It's more important for me to get this, right? Victor knows this as well. He's not running anywhere. So I'm just running out here through river. I saw this guy was dying. Now I do make a mistake here. I overstay because I'm afraid this guy is gonna get himself killed. So I'm kind of hovering, maybe wanting to dive or something, but I decide that it was a waste of time. Yeah. So I run all the way back. Now, luckily Victor was not pushing the wave either. They're just fighting here. I give the kill away, because why not? Like, I would like kills for my Meteors, but I know that a fed Yasuo is gonna win the game here, so they kill Janna, but I get a return kill, so it's fine. At this point I'm so strong, right? I can one-shot anyone. And I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing here, I think. Just farming Meteors here. Now it's 7-14, so it's not 3-11 anymore. They've gotten kind of 4 kills and we gotten 3 kills in the last 5 minutes or so. We still have to be a little careful here. I push this wave here, and I want this plate as well, because it's basically free. And I'm not scared, because Maokai is dead. And at this point, me and Janna are so strong, we can just do that. So I go out here and clear the pink ward. I know I'm not gonna get killed, because at least he's there. And we go for this guy as well, right? So at this point, me and Janna can really kill people, right? And I think she knows it as well. At least I was really keen to run around with this Janna, but what I want to do here is recall. I have so much gold. So just back away from him. Try to angle a bit behind this wall so he doesn't see me, but doesn't matter. Meanwhile, bot lane is having trouble. I think it works. So here I get Proto Belt and Large Rod. So at this point I'm so strong, right? And we want to look to get the Herald here. The timer is about 30 seconds, right? We want to look to get this, and we want to end the game. Because throws can happen in every elo, including Grandmaster, and we really don't want to go late and risk it if we can just end early. So I'm just running here, getting some ward kills, and what you're gonna notice here is I walked bot lane for this wave here, but then I changed my mind because they were getting caught, right? Now there's a big wave bot lane here, and I think I noticed this, right? Because there's no reason for me to be mid here. We can't really siege that well. So just go down here and get this wave. And I stay here for the next wave, I think. Yeah, so me and Victor are just duking it out down here. Now I am a lot stronger than him, so if I can, I want to kill him, but I don't want to overcommit. Right. So I Proto Belted there, just to see his reaction to it. I think. Maybe I just did it. So I don't clear this because I'm seeing there's stuff going on here, and I don't really want to be in here when we have no vision in this area. So he does get caught here, but he hasn't got any mana, so I can kill him here. Do use my ignite. I really just want to kill him and not spend too much time in that turret. Now this Aphelios guy here, he's gonna do a lot, but what's probably gonna happen here is that if he steps up, he's gonna die. But he plays this defensively, so Yasuo's coming for mid lane. I know these minions are gonna be good for him, so I just leave them be. He gets the kill, right? So I should have gone straight bot here, but I can't play perfectly every time. We all make mistakes. So I'm going down here looking for this Victor here. And he does not see me, so I'm just gonna go for him here. And he blasts everything, but he's scared of me, right? Which is the correct thing for him. He should just run here. So we look for this Drake now. This is the third Drake. So I'm pushing bot lane as much as I can. I'm not particularly scared of dying right now, because with how much AP I have, I am very, very tanky. And as you can see my HP as well. I'm very, very tanky. Right, so I'm currently sitting about 150 CS in 17 minutes, which is pretty good. This is what you should be aiming for, even in high elo, right? Now, it's my experience that the higher up you go, your CS is sometimes going to get a little lower here, and I just look for kills here. We're invading their jungle, and I know I can kill him even if I don't hit my E. But it's my experience that the higher up you go, the less CS you're gonna get, because people are making more plays and executing them right. So at least I feel like I have to be there more compared to something like Diamond, where I can comfortably farm because people don't really know what to do. But still, we want to always keep our CS high, keep our resources high. So at this point here, we're just looking to close out the game, right? We don't want this to go too late. They do have some good late game champions, some really, really good late game champions. We do have some good late game as well, but it's mostly confined to our bot lane. Because if they go late, Victor and Aphelios with Maokai frontline, they're still gonna take me and Aatrox out pretty easily. So how are we gonna do it? So I back here, I cleared the wolves because I needed gold for my Rabadons, and normally I would go Spellbinder here, but if I have 25 stacks of Medjais, I always go for Rabadons because it gives me such a power spike, and Medjais gives me some movement speed as well, right? So like it's a trade-off really. I'm fairly confident that I don't need the Spellbinder here, because I have so much AP that it doesn't matter. So I'm ulting this guy. There's probably no reason to do it. And we're just killing them here. Now you don't want to mindlessly chase kills, but we're confident we can get these people here. And by killing them here, we're not gonna just sit around and do nothing. We're actually looking for a Baron here. Because we have a Yasuo with 2 items, right? And we have Elise. Elise has super fast Baron. So 20-minute Baron here because we got those 2 kills. So we have the space to do it, kind of. Now I'm gonna stay out here, and the reason I'm doing it is because I know Maokai is here. And I don't want him to try and steal this. Now I do fuck up a little bit here, but we're gonna talk about that as well. Right? So I'm just chasing him here. You can see this is dangerous, right? Look at this. I actually mess up because I don't save my CC to stop him here. Luckily for me, Elise is the better smiter. And I go in here. So that could have ended really badly, right? Throws can happen at every elo at any time. So I don't want to overcommit here. But we do get a good amount of kills here. And notice what we do with those kills, right? Now we could reset. It would not be the end of the world here if you reset because we have a Baron buff. But what we're actually doing is we're going to run mid lane. Even if we're low, we don't really care. There's going to be a gangplank here soon, but it doesn't really matter. This tower was free, right? Now this gangplank, we don't want to siege against him under here. Now I make a big mistake here because I want to dodge his barrel. But I end up not dodging it and just jumping too far. I should have not made it a long jump. So I almost get myself killed here. Luckily Jenna is there to save me. Right, so don't do that, kids. Don't do that. Because again, it can happen at any elo, this kind of play. So we get the tower. We don't want to siege more than that, so we just go back here. Now I go for the Spellbinder still because I think that it's an important item. It's a big part of my playstyle. So in the meantime, we're having people split pushing here. Now I ult him just so that I'm sure he doesn't die, right? I know there's not going to be much more use for my ult because the only AP is this guy. And in team fights I can't really just ult to get the knock up. Usually not worth it. So once they're dead, we just push, right? Get the push here. Now here's where the team kind of strays. So me and Elise does not want to do this, right? They're getting alive soon and we can't really siege versus Gangplank. So we back off here. I'm like not completely into it, but I go in again. And what ends up happening is we actually overcommit here. And I just get the hell out of there. I'm not gonna bother with that. So I definitely should have left there and not followed the others. But what I do here is once I go out here and I see there's no vision, I know they're gonna go and put up vision at this Drake, right? Because it's up in about 30 seconds. And this is their only chance of getting vision. So I know he's gonna be here. Somebody is, at least. And I can just get a free kill. Right? You have to, with Galio, abusing your sweeper and just sitting in bushes is really good. Because it allows you to get the full charge on your W for free. If you get that, you can one-shot pretty much anyone. Especially when you're this fed. At this point I have 600 AP, right? Because we have Baron. So Dragon is coming up. I don't go there because I know she can solo it. All I do is I push the lanes here. If I push bot lane here, I don't want to fight this guy, so I actually just go in here and look for people who might want to go contest Drake. But the idea is that if you just push these two lanes here, and then you just hover this area in here, you don't need to be there, right? You don't need to stay in it, because if everybody just goes and hits this Drake, then they can just walk in here for free and maybe steal it, right? So I go mid, look for something, but he was running from Aatrox, so there's nothing we can get. I try to steal it, be a cheeky motherfucker, but I don't get it. So here, Elise is gracious and doesn't take my cannon here, even though I tried to steal her rig, but that's what it is. So at this point, we're looking for a flank or some kind of, like, I want to go this way down. I think people here have other ideas. As you can see, I go up here. We don't really want to go head on, so I think I'm looking mostly for mid here. Right, I'm looking for mid. And what happens in the meantime is this here, right? And I see that, so I ult, but it doesn't really do anything. I could have just flanked it. I get the kill, right? So there's no reason for me to be down here in the siege, right? Because my ult is up. So I can go and press your mid so that one person has to go there, maybe even two, because Aphelios can't take me alone. And then if I want to, I can flank from behind here, or I can wait for them to go tower dive and I can ult it, and Aphelios is here and he can't do anything because the lane's pushed, right? And it's really important that you know this. Now we're just gonna end here. But it's really, really important that you don't just mindlessly walk with your team during a siege. You want to try flank, you want to press your side lanes. The same thing goes for Baron and Dragon. Like, you don't really do much damage to Baron and Drake unless you use your Q, but you can just Q and you can just sit here and do whatever. So, this is how it works even in Grandmaster. As you can see, I ended with a pretty good score as well. And I held my CS high, even though I was roaming a lot more than Victor was. So that's how you play it, and you play for like you play for the moments where you can actually roam. So yeah, uh, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.